We're going on an adventure. Nothing says Friday the 13th like buying sushi. Wait, I must have some of my dates wrong, because I don't think the 13th is really about... Don't quote me on that.
When I never felt bad, come on, yeah. Never felt bad, come on, yeah.
If you are like me and you love sushi, then you know every now and again you get cravings that you just need to satisfy. But also, if you are a teacher like me, buying premium sushi every week is not sustainable. Therefore, you either make it yourself or you resort to grocery store sushi. And today, I'm taste testing store-bought sushi. Our first stop for store-bought sushi is Pravago. And I realize sound is probably going to be horrible because it's right next to a highway. In other parts of the country, Pravago is also called Loblaws or even Independent. So in order for this experiment to be fair, I have to make sure I pick the same types of sushi across. So here we have Boston, which is like so plain. We have vegetarian down here. But I know I'm going to be sharing this with my daughter, and she's a fan of salmon, so I'm going to grab the salmon. Not gonna lie, I'm a bit disappointed with the selection that they had at this Pravago. Normally they have like a full counter, but I guess this is a smaller one. There's another one, I don't want to say close to my home, it's actually like a solid 10-15 minutes away. And if you're going to pick up grocery store sushi, it has to be relatively close by. It is hotter than Satan's office today, so I brought ice packs to protect the sushi. And I realize that my comment about grocery stores being 10 minutes away being far is something very unique to me and maybe to people living in my area. Because if you have to drive more than 10 minutes to go to a grocery store, like that happens for many people. You know, when you live dans les régions éloignées, like I get it. So I'm very, very lucky, and many of us are very lucky to have access to grocery stores, which are either 10 minutes away by foot or 2 minutes away by car. So driving 10 minutes to get to the closest grocery store, for some, yep, that's normal, but for me, that's weird. Our second stop is IGA, or IGA, for those who are not from Quebec. So the last time I bought sushi here, well, mind you, it was a while ago. It was about 5 or 6 years ago. We bought sushi here, and I think the asphalt here on the ground was softer than the rice in the sushi that we bought. So this is going to be entertaining. Hopefully the selection will be better than at Pravago, where I went to earlier. So the sushi here is actually from a chain. It's not made by the store itself. I mean, they have the counter, yay! And as you can see, there's a greater selection. And they also have the poke or poke bowls that, you know, it's basically just like deconstructed sushi. So this seems to be a comparable. They don't have any with salmon, unfortunately, much to my daughter's chagrin. But this is the closest comparable one. Last stop is Metro. I have no experience ordering sushi and buying sushi from this grocery store. I just remember having poke bowls with my daughter here. They're okay. They're okay. I mean, this place advertises that they have sushi, and so let's hope they're good. Let's hope they're good. There are a lot of people at the sushi counter, so I take that as a good sign. So I'm going to wait a bit. This seems to be comparable, and I mean price-wise, it's definitely cheaper than the other places I went to. But the selection here is crazy. Like, I wasn't expecting to see this many. They also have these. Awesome.
We are back home. I am back home, and I am hungry. The entire excursion took me about an hour, I mean travel time included, and video and filming. So I am back home, and because I'm not a professional YouTuber, I don't have like the nice swanky fancy setup where you can see like everything that I'm eating at the same time, but I do have lightsaber chopsticks. Yay! If you're my student, if you were ever my student, you probably have seen this before when I do my presentation on presentations. So the first one that we are going to try is the first place we went to, Pravago, the one called Naoki. Now price point, this was $14.79 Canadian. $14.79 for 4 pieces, and 8 pieces, 4 pieces of salmon. So it kind of looks like this. Ooh, okay. Oh, and they have, this is clever, they have the wasabi in little packets like this instead of having like a mound, and they have the ginger in a little packet like that. So that's cute. Price point, this is, I don't know, my opinion, possibly the most expensive one. My math is horrible. I might have to do the calculations afterwards and just like put it somewhere over here, but like really not the best one. So I'm going to look for the texture of the rice and overall taste, and I have been commanded by my spawn not to eat all of them. So I'm going to start with this, and I'm going to try the what looks like a kamikaze. So hopefully I don't drop this. So cucumber and salmon and tempura bits. So itadakimasu. So I'm gonna start off by saying I'm a wuss when it comes to spice. I mean, not spice as in, oh my god, they put curry in here. I don't like when I cannot feel my tongue or my lips when I eat spicy food. I like spice when it's a complexity of flavors. So I recognize that a kamikaze sushi, or futomaki in this case, there's not really some kick to it. There's nothing. I mean, I can't even tell, like, if you would have to tell me, oh, this is salmon, but like, I really can't tell. I really can't tell. The rice is mushy. Like, I'm not expecting a crunch when I'm eating, you know, sushi, but I want to be able to tell if, like, the different grains. I'm gonna just check, like, when this was made. This was made today, okay? Well, it says emballé le 13, so packaged on the 13th. I want to assume that this was made on the 13th too, okay? So yeah, so this is meh. We're gonna go with number 2. We are going to go with the package purchased at IGA, I-G-A, all right? And I'm gonna see if there's something that's comparable to the piece that I ate. So, price point, this was also made today. Price point, this was $16.79, and there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There are 12 pieces. Oh, I could also read the label. 12 pieces written on the label. So price point, this one is $16.79 and there are 12 pieces. And so, this one, okay, the soy sauce is a big container, okay? And like I mentioned in the clip when I'm in the grocery store, this is not made by IGA. This is made by Yuzu, and I imagine Yuzu staff, or they ship them from the closest Yuzu location. Yuzu is a medium-sized sushi chain, I believe across Quebec. I'm not sure if there are any in Ontario, but they make okay sushi for, you know, a non-restaurant Japanese food sushi restaurant type sushi. So I found a piece that has, I think, is chopped shrimp. There's no kamikaze in this one. So, and there's cucumber and there's tamago, egg. I'm just gonna double check because the other one, it looks like a kamikaze, but it doesn't. Like I see what looks like tuna and radish and cream cheese. So is it like a cross between a kamikaze and a Philadelphia? I don't know. So I don't know which one should I. I'm gonna try the one that kind of looks like, because of the tempura bits. I'm gonna try this one. Well, definitely no spice. I mean, the wimp in me is very happy that there's no spice. The first thing, well, I sit corrected. There's like a slight piquantness in the back, but just like just as a, you know, somebody walked by with a bottle of hot sauce and you kind of like took a whiff of it and you went, oh, okay, because it's not at all spicy, but you have just something in the back of your throat saying, oh, okay, like somebody maybe like accidentally dropped a little drop of sriracha, you know, and you feel it, just like, but barely. Rice is much better. The rice, you can feel the texture of the rice, but if there's one major complaint, and I still have my sunglasses, okay. If there's one major complaint, is that I find it really dry. Like, I'm not expecting moist. I'm not expecting something like drenched in liquid. Obviously it's sushi, but I find it really dry. Okay, so definitely better than the first one. I'm looking forward to the last one. So the last one, which is honestly, it might look bigger, but there's only 11 pieces. So 11 pieces, but I mean, I find there's a greater variety. 11 pieces, 14 bucks. Struggling with the lid. I mean, for those who love wasabi, this is a joke. This is like somebody snotted on, you know, the container, because this is barely enough, you know. But I'm not a fan of wasabi. I am not a fan of wasabi. I do not do wasabi, and everybody in the family knows that. So let's see if there's something comparable. Let's see. All right, so it looks like this piece here with the caviar on top, the masago. This one has crab. It has cucumber. Oh, let me put it here. It has crab. It has cucumber. And the tempura looks like it got mixed with something. What specifically? I don't know. But, you know, kanpai. This looked promising. Okay, son, don't hide. This looked promising. Until you realize that the tempura is just tempura. Like, I don't think, if I dissect one, there's no fish. So it looks like they mixed the fish eggs, the fish roll, the tamago? No, not tamago, that's the egg. The fish roll. With the tempura, and the tempura was soggy. So like if this one, where was it? If this one was dry, this one, it was soggy. The rice was not as good as the one bought at IGA, but it was not as mushy. It wasn't as mushy as no. To be honest, TBH, if I'm looking for flavor, it's not going to be the one from Metro, at least not this one here. I'd have to try maybe the other one, but I want to compare, so I purposely took stuff that had, you know, comparable ingredients. None of the 3 stores had trays that were alike. Like this one was just raw salmon and kamikazes. This one had shrimp and a variety pack. And this one had basically makis and futomakis along with shrimp and salmon. So it was very hard to find a package that had exact ingredients. But let's say we rate worst to best, on rice, the worst, the Pravago. Now, I don't want to say that Pravago makes horrible, grocery store sushi. The Pravago near your house probably has really good, I don't want to go to the restaurant, Uber Eats is too expensive, and they will have a fantastic selection. I was disappointed. Like, I wasn't expecting that, just that little counter. So this one, let's say if we're giving it 5 stars, this one has 1. Second star, or at least in second place with maybe 3 stars, just for variety's sake, I'm gonna go with the one from Metro, because the one from Metro, it's not just for comparable number of pieces. You have just straight up avocado, you have cucumber and crab, you have, no, this is just crab, sorry, and this one is cucumber and pepper, and then you have like a little assortment of medium-sized futomakis. So to me, that's a good variety. And the rice is still a bit mushy. And then you have the one bought at IGA, which has great texture. Taste is kind of like there. I'd also give it 3 stars. Mostly because I find it dry. But like, and there were no trays with a great variety of makis, which is a bit disappointing, honestly. But yeah. Oh, and I literally just found the wasabi in a corner. Once again, it's like somebody schnotted in the tray. It's like somebody schnotted in the tray. I don't want to drop all the, but it's there. You see, it's at the bottom. It's like, that's a horrible presentation. Maybe presentation-wise, like the one bought at Pravago the one bought at Pravago was smart. This is a smart way of putting, your wasabi. So that's it, folks. Thank you for joining me on this little adventure. And if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe. Please subscribe, like the video, share comments. Where do you buy, when you are in a pinch, your sushi? Or do you make it yourself? Share in comments, let me know what you think, and I will see you very, very soon. Have yourselves an awesome day, folks.